local people, important issues. CBS 10 WILM's weekly focus on the Lower Cape Fear region. This is Byline Wilmington with your host, Don Ansell.
Welcome and good morning. New Hanover County has a new sheriff. Ed McMahon took the oath of office July 1st, replacing incumbent Sid Causey, who retired 18 months before his term was to expire. Sheriff McMahon joins us for his first extended, unedited, one-on-one interview. Sheriff, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in.
Nice to meet you, too, and I'm glad to be here.
Did you get ribbed by your name since you had to share a name with a now deceased celebrity all your life? Did you get some
I did it all through my life, growing up as Ed McMahon, but it turned out to be a good thing because people don't forget my name.
They don't forget your name.
Yep.
That's true. Let's start from where'd you grow up?
Sure. Okay. Born in a preacher's kid, PK, and I've got 4 brothers. And we grew up born right outside of Philadelphia, and we grew up in New England area, Massachusetts, and in there.
Uh-huh.
So.
And your father was a minister?
Yes. Yep.
His whole career?
He was. Yeah. He's just recently retired in the last 2 years, and he's living here now.
How did you get into law enforcement?
That's funny. I went in a little bit older. I had been married, and I was 28 years old, and I was a manager of a carpet store in upstate New York, and I just really wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't happy. So my wife says to me, I've got 2 small children, and my wife says, well, what do you want to do when you grow up? And, you know, we kind of laughed, and I said, I want to be in law enforcement.
Really?
And it wasn't much longer than that that I ended up, some things fell into place, and I, in 1988, joined the Vermont State Police.
The State Police?
Yes.
In 88.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you get to Wilmington?
I met my wife at college,
okay.
And she's a native of Wilmington. Tina Harker was her name, and her family's all here. And we got married in 1982 here in Wilmington. So fell in love with Wilmington, loved the beach town. Now, I'm from the mountains, which are beautiful, but you know, everybody wants to live at the beach. So I just fell in love with Wilmington. And my parents actually, my dad was a minister, and he dabbled in some other businesses too. And so we helped, my parents run a business when we first got married. But in 1991, Sheriff McQueen hired me here. And I've been here ever since and just love the community, love the sheriff's office.
And you have what, how many kids?
I have 2 children now.
Yeah.
My son is just turned 25, and he got married last May. And he lives right here in town. Okay. And my daughter-in-law is a school teacher. And my daughter is 23. She just got married in May, and they live in town also.
Nice.
So very blessed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you came here and joined the Sheriff's Department under Sheriff McQueen. What year?
Yes, 1991.
All right, give us the career ladder for you since you joined the department. Okay.
Started off as a patrol deputy, and I worked in a lot of different areas. I went from inside patrol, I went to be one of our first school resource officers. Worked out at Laney High School and just had a ball, loved it. Yeah. And I went from there to our warrant squad, and where I serve warrants. And then I went into the traffic unit, the safe unit, into the traffic unit. And then I went into something I always wanted to do, was be a detective.
Really?
Yes, I just had always grown up, I wanted to be a detective. So I finally got that opportunity and went into detectives. Then I took our sergeant's exam, got promoted to a sergeant, came back out, and I was over the traffic unit. And did that for a few years. Then I got promoted to a lieutenant and went back to detectives. And just really enjoyed that again.
So you've worked in a lot of the areas that you're now overseeing.
Oh yes, yes.
And you were at the department the entire time that Sheriff Causey was sheriff.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How political is the sheriff's position? It's an elected office.
That has
learning
been
that still?
I am learning that. But my goal is to be an elected official and not a politician. And I don't know if that's a play on words. I'm still the baby. I'm a senior law enforcement officer, but I'm the baby politician, elected official. But I want to look at it more like I'm an elected official because I am trying to serve everyone.
Although you were appointed to this.
I was.
To fill out
yes.
Sheriff Causey's term. You going to run?
Oh, yes.
In
yes.
18 months? Or?
Yes, definitely planning on it. Very excited.
Do you think there were political considerations involved in Sheriff Causey retiring early and endorsing you as his predecessor, since incumbency does have advantages?
Well, I don't think so. I was his chief deputy and had been his chief deputy for just about 2 years when the transition took place. So we actually met, and it was, as far as I know, a semi-unplanned move for the sheriff. I know that I knew he was old enough and that he could, but didn't have any certain
Did he
plans.
come to you before he made the public announcement, or before he made his final decision public and said, look, I'm considering this and I'm going to endorse you? Did he tell you that?
Just before he made the announcement, he had taken a little vacation, and I knew he had a lot of things thinking about, and I knew the county had offered some early retirement packages, which, I said that might be lucrative for the sheriff. I don't know. We didn't really talk that much about it. As far as I knew, he was planning on running, and I was right there, be his right-hand man for as long as he needed me. But he came to me and he said, I'm getting ready to make a big decision, and I'll talk to you about it. I'm really seriously considering retiring. And so we talked just a little bit about it, and it was kind of a natural thing for me to fill in. We had the support of the entire command staff, so I don't think it was political.
For you to take,
for me to take
the reins?
Yes. Yeah, the support of the entire command staff was, yeah, we support, of course, Sid Causey, and if Sid's retiring, then Ed McMahon was their choice too. So I think that this was more of a natural, what's best for the office type thing, and I feel like the community too, because I've been with the sheriff's office for 18 years, know the community, my wife born and raised here, and my passion is law enforcement. And the sheriff kind of smiled at me, said, you're getting ready to change into a whole different phase that he had kind of sheltered me from, like you said, the political part of it.
But how does your management style compare with your predecessor, with Sheriff Causey?
Sid Causey, great man. I learned so much from him. But we are two different people. We kind of laugh at how different we are. So I think I'm probably more hyper.
He's very laid back.
He is.
On the outside. I don't know what's going on the inside. But
that's right. But I am really different than him, and not in any kind of a negative or a who's better type way. But I'm just I'm a different person than Sid Causey.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk more with Sheriff Ed McMahon, New Hanover County Sheriff. Any changes on the drawing boards for the department? We'll find out. Stay with us.